Yo, yes, guys, welcome back. It's Danny Glover from Firefan TV Live, and we're here with Word on the Canvas. So let's chop it up. Hope everyone's all good today. I know earlier I did a live stream on here for the Naoya Inoue um, versus Yi Jun Kim live watch along. Hold on a minute, let me just hit the live right now. Just go live right now on this and make sure that everything's popping. Yeah, I think everything. Let's get everything popping right now. So yeah, it should be everything's flowing right now. Everything's flowing. So yeah, hope everyone's well. I know some of you might be on the school run right now. So yeah, just let everyone come up in here for a minute. Let me just get my notes of the discussions we're going to be talking about. But obviously, the subject today is big cards announced, the Wolves are out, and the jury, you know. So yeah, let's just see who's up in the room. Let's see who's up in here. Shout out to those on Twittex, Insta, YouTube, of course, Facebook. We've got someone in the chat already. Philip Ansas, yep, he just got back from work, or was it work, or just got back from home or church. I can't quite work out what that building is, but yeah, big ups. So yeah, today we're going to talk about you know latest and greatest. We've had some big news. Cards are getting announced, undercards are getting announced. So yeah, oh, just got back from school. Okay, were you at uni? You studying? What you studying, man? Hope all's going well. Or you talk about the school run? Let me know. Yeah, just got my sun kissed mango. I need to actually start back gym. you know. Oh, you're year 11. Oh, right. I didn't know you was that young. Okay. Big ups, man. You know what I mean? Got the young viewers, got the older viewers. You know what I mean? That just shows I'm popping with the youth. You know what I mean? I like that. I'm still fresh and flying funky. But yeah. So yeah, let's get into this. Let's get into this now. So uh first of all, we'll talk about um the Boxer press conference that happened the other day for Natasha Jonas versus Lauren Price. That happened, the press conference that happened in London, I believe. Um, and there was a lot of fighters down there, and it seems a couple of them, or a few of them, was not happy with being summoned to the event. And the way they was talking in interviews with people is that they've been summoned to the press conference that they're going to be announced to be on the undercard of Natasha Jonas versus Lauren Price at the Royal Albert Hall on March, this early March, basically. Yeah. But when they've got there, there's no name for them on the top table. They're not there to talk at that press conference at all. They've not had a fight announced. So they still feel like they've been given the hokey doke. So they're not happy at all. Hold on, Shamel. The Eubanks undercard is dead. Is that the best boxer Matchroom come? We'll get onto that. So Francesca Hennessy, she seemed disgruntled. That she said she got told she was going to be on the card. She was meant to be fighting someone who was a world champion. I don't know if she meant current or former, probably former. Remember, she only had 5 fights. So maybe Shannon Courtney or something like that. I don't know. That's what I'm guessing. That maybe she thought she was going to be fighting her on that card. So she's been told to come down to press conference with her trainer and stuff. Bradley Skeep's down there, and no fight, no no seat on the table to be announced. She's fighting. Then Savannah Marshall, who's not boxed in a while, she's done MMA a while ago as well. That wasn't even the other day either, really. To be fair, let's keep it a buck. Um, she's got summons to the press conference. She's come down all the way from like tying on where. Do you know what I mean? She's from up them sides like Newcastle, um, Sunderland way. She's up them sides. I forgot the exact area she's from. Um, but she's from far out. She's from up north, like proper up north. Um, what's the area called exactly? Because it's going to annoy me now. If someone can get in the chat for me, but what's the area called? 1 second, give me 1 second. But she's up near Newcastle sides, man. Um, what's the area called? Hartlepool, County Durham. Yeah, that's it. County Durham. She's from Hartlepool, County Durham. Yeah. So she's been told to come down, which is that's like if she's driving, that's like 7 hours. Yeah. If she's driving, that's 7 hours. If she's on the train, you're still pushing 4.5 hours. Yeah, 4.5 hours on a train or something like that. So either way, it's mad. So she's come down. She said she got told she had a fight. She's got there. She ain't got a fight. She's not on the press conference top table either. No name, little thingy either. So she's been duped. So she's thinking, what's going on? Like, what's all this about? So fighters, the women fighters are not really happy. Obviously, you've got um that Cindy who just won the silver at the Olympics. She's on the card. You've got some other people on the card, but yeah, to have other fighters, why bring down other fighters when you ain't looking to put them on? That's a very strange thing to do. And that's not really gonna because then say you call them again, they're gonna think it's a boy cry wolf. Should I bother turning up? And then it looks like, oh, you don't turn up to the press conference. No, I've come before and I've been lied to. I've had time wasted. I could have been if I ain't got a fight date, I could have gone on holiday. I could have been somewhere else. I could have done something, an event. And I've had to tell people now I've got a press conference to, I've got to announce my fight, and I've been hoodwinked. Do you know what I'm saying? That's all mad in my opinion. Don't you think? Let me know what you think in the comment section, guys. Because I think that sounds a bit strange to me. Let's see what's up in here. Shout out John Pegg. Big ups. Let me know what. Actually, I'll need to contact you when you're in London next. We need to get you on the neutral corner soon, man. And also, I need to get your guy Danger Anthony Hull as well separately. I need to get him on, but I've been speaking to him. But yeah, but need to sort out when I can get you on, man, because you definitely got to get you on, coach. So shout out to John Pegg. Um, so yeah, I just think that's all a bit strange there, in my opinion. But moving on, see, I see a lot of you, well, a couple of you talking about um, the the Fatal Fury. Wolves are out. Uh, that is, as you see in the post, obviously the thumbnail. Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn. Their undercard has been announced. Well, I'm a portion of it. I imagine this is going to be obviously the main card. I imagine there's going to be, lower tier ones just before, depending what time they're looking to start. So you've got Vidal Riley versus Chev Clark, which is I'm surprised they've put Chev Clark as they've billed it as Chev Clark. Sorry, that they build it as Vidal Riley versus Chev Clark. So they've got Riley and Clark is on the right hand side um, of the poster. Considering Chev has achieved more, had the bigger fights by far, but maybe just because he's coming off a loss, he automatically gets put on the right hand side of the post. I think that's a bit disrespectful. Vidal Riley hasn't beaten anybody as yet of note, really. His biggest win is Mikel Lawal, who Isaac Chamberlain beat. Obviously, his biggest test was coming up against Isaac Chamberlain. But obviously Isaacs withdrew with an injury. But yeah, I still thought it should have been Chev Clark versus Vidal Riley, because it was a step up for Vidal Riley. It's not a step up for Chev Clark. Chev Clark's moving down a peg, a little peg a bit, rather than, yeah, so a bit strange there. But hey, maybe because Vidal Riley has the bigger following, that they've put him on that side, but really still should go, in my opinion, it should have been Chev Clark. It should be Clark Riley, not Riley Clark. But then you've got Chris Billam-Smith, former WBO champion, versus Brandon Glanton. I know Brandon Glanton has been running down a lot of British fighters for a while. Shout out Napa from Nova Sports. I know that he's been running down a few fighters, off the top of my head, and from what I remember him telling me, he wanted Isaac Chamberlain, but obviously he's not got. I don't think he's interested in that now. Chev Clark, and Chris Billam-Smith. Funny enough, all three of them now are coming off a loss, but Chris Billam-Smith is the highest achiever and definitely achieved more than Brandon Glanton to this point, because Brandon Glanton hasn't had a world title shot, even though he's ranked highly, ranked well in quite a few of the governing bodies. So Chris Billam-Smith versus Brandon Glanton. I know Brandon said he would love to fight Chris Billam-Smith before. I think he said he had an offer or something when Chris was champ. But yeah, it's a good fight. Brandon, he's rough and ready, rugged. Got that southern. He's got that southern toughness, and yeah, he works well to the body. Good work rate, well to the body, strong, can punch. Chris Billam-Smith, he makes it ugly in there. He's getting into the trenches, and stuff like that, man. So yeah, it's good. It's going to be interesting, this fight. Shout out Lyndon Arthur. Lyndon Arthur's on the card, against Anthony Yard. It's Yard Arthur 3. Lyndon, if you're available, are you coming online? Have a little chat. Let us know. Let me know. If you want to come over. Wait, let me see how I can do this. How do I invite people? All right, because I haven't invited, because I'm on this new server. Hold on, let me see how I do this. Okay, let me see how I do it. All right, yes, I'm going to put this in. If anyone wants to pop on and have a chat, then you're more than welcome. And then we'll do it like 1 second. Linda, do it like that as well. I think that's how you do it. Hold on. I think that's how you do it. What's going on here? Why has it gone all dark? Why is it saying set as default? I don't know what's gone on here. I don't know if I've made a little error or something. But yeah, 1 second. But yeah, so Chris Billam-Smith versus Brandon Glanton. We've got Liam Smith versus Aaron McKenna, the brother of the McKenna who just lost on points recently to Lee Cutler last year in a good fight. Aaron McKenna is unbeaten. Tough Irish guy. Liam Smith, we all know Liam Smith, former world champion, proven entity. So this is a serious step up for Aaron McKenna from the level he's been fighting at. I expect Liam Smith to deal with him, to be fair. But who knows? Maybe this guy can come up with the goods, but I think Liam Smith will win that fight personally. Um, so yeah, shout out to Pugilist, shout out to um, Jasbir Singh. Um, why is my thing got? Why has this gone all black on Insta for? This is annoying me. I don't want to go backwards and then I've shagged myself again. I don't want to do it. I don't even want to risk it. Come over if you're on Insta, yeah. Come over to Fight Fan TV Live on YouTube. I've put a link in the chat, Lyndon. If you want to come on and have a chat about it, up and coming fight and stuff like that, then come over, champ. So yeah, let me see some of the chat. Who else is in there? Shout out Sneaker Mafia London. In the building. Right, Philip Answer's got something to say. He says, I wouldn't say the card is dead. However, I think that card would work best if it was at the O2 Arena. Oh, yes, because it's at the Tottenham Hotspur Arena, which, with the pitch included, would hold 63,000 capacity when you put people on the pitch as well as obviously in the stands. So yeah, but I think with Eubank Ben alone, that should do it. But Liam Smith, he'll bring down the Smith family, the brothers, the set. They'll bring down a good number of people. Chris Billam-Smith, he brings a lot of people from the southern coast of Bournemouth and down that way, Southampton, Bournemouth, Weymouth, Portsmouth. Yeah, all them ends there. But obviously Bournemouth is going to be the main section. Lyndon Arthur, he has a lot of support from Manchester. Yeah, and obviously Vidal Riley, I know he's got a good online support presence. I'm not sure if that translates into ticket sales and people coming to actually watch him box now. I don't know. So yeah, but I think with Connor, Chris, Billam-Smith, Liam Smith, yeah, and then who knows? They might stick on some other guys on the card. Who knows? A bit lower tier down. I don't know. But yeah, 63,000 capacity. Whether they sell out, I don't know. I think they will do. But even if you get, 50,000, that's still big numbers, man. That's still too much for the O2. You can't do O2 with Eubank, Ben now. Them two alone is hitting over 20. And we ain't trying to do that in Manchester just to hit 25. No, he's still doing more than 25 in my opinion. And obviously when Lyndon brings his lot down there, and then you got Chris Billam-Smith and Liam Smith, it's gonna be at least 50, but it could hit 63 because it's got the terrestrial TV people's interest. You know what I mean? And that's where the numbers start driving. Let me see. Danny, be honest. Are you interested in Yard Arthur 3? No. You guys would have seen online the fight I was pushing for. I was pushing for Craig Richards versus Lyndon Arthur. I was pushing for that. Funny enough, the two guys who are fighting each other, Lyndon Arthur and Anthony Yard, Craig was willing to fight both of them. Separately. But they're fighting each other. So yeah, it's a trilogy. It is 1-1 at the end of the day. So that's the only thing. But the second fight was very conclusive, even though I'd feel that Arthur could have got up and I don't know if he didn't seem interested for whatever reason. There's some political reasons why, but yeah, let's see. But he's had a good string of wins since he fought the Argentinian guy. He fought obviously beat Liam Cameron, who's obviously the hot topic, hot name right now. So he's on a roll. Um, yeah, I heard that Lyndon was saying, to somebody on the phone not too long recently, Craig's gonna get it. So if he does win the rubber match, then we can get on with Craig next, isn't it? But yeah, it'd be good to see. Shout out Maximo Jomi. Those of you on Insta and Twitter, X, come over to the YouTube channel Fight Fan TV Live. Get into the comment section. Let's get it on and pop in. Hold on, 1 second. So shout out Tony. He's come over. Pugilist has come over. Arthur's been retired though. No, he was saying that in jest. It's not like he's not listed as inactive on he's not listed as inactive on BoxRec. He fought his last fight. He fought the day before Tyler Denny and Felix Cash, and he fought after that as well. He fought because he fought the Argentinian guy. So he fought twice last year. So he's definitely not retired. You know how Lyndon, he's very laid back. Do you know what I mean in life? So he I put Arthur Lyndon. What am I doing? What am I doing? So last time he fought, 1 second. I know he fought twice last year. Lyndon Arthur. So I remember he fought the day before. Oh no, sorry. The Brian Suarez fight was 2023. So yeah, he fought. Is that where he won the IBO title? Yeah, that's where he won it actually. So yeah, he fought on the 21st of the 6th, the 21st of June. Yeah, so he fought 6 months ago. Yeah, and he weighed 175 and a half. Was a bit over the championship limit. But yeah, he fought Liam Cameron. Yeah, 6 months ago. So he's not retired, man. He's just saying, that'll get me out of bed. That'll get me off the sofa. He needs motivation. So yeah, that's the fight. What other one we got on there? 1 second. I think that's the Fatal Fury card been announced all so far. Let me just double check on my page. I think that's all of them. Yeah, Vidal Riley, Chev Clark, Chris Bloom-Smith, Brandon Glanton, Liam Smith, Aaron McKenna, Anthony Yard, Lyndon Arthur. Yeah, yeah. So that's what we've been told. That's the card. That's the undercard so far that's been announced. Shumel, he's saying Shalom stuck it on here just to make Yard happy and keep him warm, but it's just a card filler. Possibly, maybe, yeah, maybe, but it's a trilogy. But it's not the fight we want. It's not the fight that people ask for. People rather other fights. Spider needs to get smoky and sticking on these man. He's too nice and polite. Well, he's asked for the fights. What can you do? They don't want to get in with him, man. It seems they don't want to get in there. Shout out to Mark Shelton, Big 12 boxing, my fellow yard man. Come on, Art. I'm coming to Jamaica this year. Shout out Art, coming back to Jamaica. Shout out Artlo to Courtney Bennett. Shout out when you next out again, champ. Let me know when you're next out again. Yeah, let me know when you're out next. Don't know why this has done this to me, where I've just tried to I've tried to post and I can't seem to get why it's done this to me. Um, I hope I'm still live. I think I am. Yeah, I'm still live. I'm still live. I'm still live. Second. Oh, hold on. One sec. Why is it silent? Ah, this bloody thing. It's echoing. It's echoing. Wait, so I think I'm still live, basically. Yeah. But yeah, those of you coming on Insta, let me know. Um, da, 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 da. I believe I'm still. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so there it is. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. So, sorry, 1 second. Any more comments? Can hear you on YouTube? Okay, yeah, no, but what it was, because with this new app, the Instagram one, for that to go live as well, I have to open up a whole new tab and then do this whole stream key thing and all that. But then obviously I tried to put the link in if anyone wants to jump in the chat on Insta, and it went all blank and it went all weird. But I've managed to sort it out now, and it was echoing through the Insta, and it's like it's a bit behind sound wise. It's a bit like 5 7 seconds behind, etc. But we're back now. Um, thank you, Tone. Thank you. Um, so yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section of this undercard. What fights would you have rather have seen? What fights would you want to see added? Because obviously so far there's only 4 cards on the undercard. I'm not sure they're all even 12 rounders. They might be, but what other fights would you like to see? Who would you like to see featured on the card? Um, and yeah, for the Fatal Fury, so that's what I'm saying. The jury's out on this card because it doesn't seem you guys are happy with his cards. They're saying the Wolves are out, but the jury's out. You know. Um, Also, Turkey Al Sheikh, he has announced his Ring Magazine card. Um, this is set to be in New York um, for May in Times Square, New York City. Another Fatal Fury. Um, so he has announced so far on the card will be Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero, aka Rolando Romero. Um, the opponent was initially meant to be Isaac Cruz, but Isaac Cruz says he doesn't want to, you know, have a fight have two fights on his thing. Like in boxing, sometimes you see a man with 2 fights and they're scheduled. Let's say you don't want to put another fight scheduled when he hasn't even completed his current fight he's actually about to fight. So he's not up. He's not really on that. And I thought that the Isaac Cruz fight was going to be that'd be a lot more dangerous because he's got a hard head. Ryan Garcia throwing that left hook might hurt his hand like Javante Davis did. And when he starts doing that um, sausage roll, I can't call it a shoulder roll. He's doing the sausage roll. Then Isaac Cruz might start smothering, get on the inside and really get to work and busy and get it on and popping. Also, we've got so that's Garcia versus Rolly Romero. I expect Ryan Garcia to take him out. We've got Devin Haney versus Jose Ramirez. I saw Jose Ramirez last time out on Latino night. Oh, it was terrible. He's terrible. It wasn't good, man. He got the win just about, but it weren't good. So Devin should pick him apart really. Um, And we've got Martin Bakole, who everyone says everyone's avoiding. We've got Martin Bakole versus Efe Ajagba. So yeah, he's on the card. So yeah, man, it's looking good. It's looking fly, man. It's looking fly. Um, Shout out to everyone on the Instagram, everyone on the Twitter, Twittex, uh, Facebook, all that good stuff. Come on in, come on in, come on in. So yeah, what do you think about that card? That the one in even though people have said, the jury's out on some of the decisions about this, like the logistics. New York City, when Devin Haney is from the Bay Area, San Francisco / Oakland. Ryan Garcia is also from California. I know he's from near Los Angeles ways. Rolly is born and raised in um, Vegas, and he's of Cuban descent. So really, even if you wanted to do the Miami thing, you could have. But Rolly's not even the A side of the card, so that doesn't really make sense. So they're all West Coast guys so far. So Ryan Garcia, I believe he's from Los Angeles. Yeah, he's from Los Angeles. His birthplace is Victoriaville, but he lives in Los Angeles. Efe Ajagba, obviously he's Nigerian, so it doesn't really matter so much for him. But I know he's based in America. He lives in Stafford, Texas. So he's from the south. Obviously, Martin Bakole is from. He's living in Scotland by way of the Republic of Congo. You know what I mean, aka formerly known as Zaire. But it's good to see he's back in action. He's got a good fight against Efe Ajagba, who's good reach, good power. So this is looking quite good. Hold on, hold on. So Tony's saying Eubank v Ben is not a stadium card for me. I've no interest. Well, do you know what? You can't be interested in every fight. Sometimes, you know what? It's not every card we want. It's not every card um, one should watch and one should pay for. All of these cards are going to be pay per view. So what might be pay per view for one man might not necessarily always be pay per view for another man. Even though a lot of the pay per views are have crossover appeal, so that applies. Everyone's like, give like Feb 22nd. Everyone's like, come on, I'm paying. Wherever you are in the world, yeah, I'm paying. We're good to go with that. But sometimes you might want to sit out a month. So maybe the April month, you might want to sit that one out and you know watch the one in May or another one. You don't have to always spend every single month on a pay per view. Especially if you're already subscribed like myself. I've already got an annual subscription to the Zone. I'm pretty sure you do, Tony. You've got an annual subscription to the Zone. Let's say you also got you're also a monthly payer to TNT Sports, because I know you like a bit of football and stuff like that, and obviously you like your boxing. So say you're paying for that as well. It starts to add up, and then you've got to start paying pay per views on top. So sometimes not every card you want to watch, not every card you feel is justified to get your wallet out. Um, Ryan Garcia versus Rolly is trash. Yeah, it's not a good fight, but I think this is all a setup for obviously the rematch for Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney. So they're giving them a fight each, a run out each. Jose Ramirez. I mean, this come on. So it's this both guiding them towards that rematch, which they're looking at in what was it, September, October, something like that. I think something like that. I heard. Word on the canvas is Haney gets much needed confidence, boxing, soft touch. Yeah, I agree. Totally agree with that. But I think they both got soft touches, in my opinion. Uh, Ryan Garcia's got someone tailor made to get knocked out. Ryan Garcia likes that. He'll catch him with the left hook. And Devin Haney should beat up Jose Ramirez. I think he probably could stop him if he gets to, starts putting some aggression on them shots. I think he'd get rid of him. Should do. Shumel. British promoters will drop the ball here if they don't put on great cards. Can't just rely on Turkey. Yeah, they're not just relying, but remember, this is a cross promotion of Matchroom and Boxer. This card really what it looks like to me. Um, Bacoli versus FA is tasty. Yeah, that's a good fight. That's really the fight where it ain't a soft touch for either man. You see what I'm saying? That one now is that's a good, to me. That's a nice fair fight. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Congo versus Nigeria. They could have staged that in Africa, but hey, I guess the winner might get AJ in Africa. Um, or they might even do Wilder versus AJ in Africa. Who knows? Because I know Wilder's, he's done his DNA ancestry and he goes back to Nigeria. So it could be the real T'Challa versus Killmonger up in the joint. Who knows? Because Wilder definitely still got that plantation power, and I'm sure he's going to display that against Harper soon when he gets in there with him. Is that the best boxer Matchroom could really come up with? Who knows? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, because remember, this isn't this. Don't think that every fight was the first choice. Remember, there's fighters who was pitched in first and offered fights against other fighters. But if those fighters are turning those fights down, then this is the best card they can come up with. And to be fair, Chris Billam-Smith versus Brandon Glanton is a good fight. Really, Chris should have fought him, could have defended against him whilst he was champion. That's a good fight. I know a lot of you ain't too familiar with Brandon Glanton, but trust me, that is a good fight. That you're gonna be in for a good one with that fight. Aaron McKenna versus Liam Smith. Both action packed. Aaron McKenna is very aggressive. Liam Smith, works on the inside, so that's gonna be tasty. Vidal Riley versus Chev Clark. That's an interesting fight, even though that is, more of a Saturday night type fight. But hey, it's an undercard. It's part of an undercard. What it is, what you see with us, we shouldn't start getting spoiled and losing our market value of what cards should look like now. Like, not every card is going to look like Day of Reckoning. Not every card is going to look like the last Crescendo. Not every card is going to look like even the Perturbia Bivol 1. Do you know what I'm saying? We can't think every card is going to look like monstrous. These are all main event style fights. No, it can't. It doesn't work like that. Do you know what I mean? You're saying, oh, don't just rely on Turkey. Well, if you want every fight to be main event worthy, then you do need certain, but there's only a certain budget these men are working with. Let's keep it Triller. Um, so yeah, you have to be mindful of that. So these are some good fights. Obviously, there is obviously the one fight people are really disappointed in is the light heavyweight fight on the card. But hey, it is what it is. Hopefully, the winner moves on to a bigger fight. Shout out Louis 69 Robinson. Hopefully the winner moves on to a bigger fight. Hit the like button whilst you're in there, people. Hit that thumbs up like button, people, please. Whilst you're in there on the YouTube, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share it out to all people on all platforms, various platforms. Let's get this on and popping, guys. Actually, why do I always keep forgetting to actually well, it's only today really I've noticed I'm doing this. I keep forgetting to actually share this thing out, this live. 1 second. But hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, guys. 1 second. Let me just share this quickly. Let me share this out. Because you lot ain't been. I know you lot ain't been sharing it out for me. You need to be sharing this out, guys. Man, show some love. Come on, man. I'm a building channel out here. Struggling. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Give me 2 secs, 2 secs. Conglomerate. But yeah, give me your thoughts in the comment section, and we'll be reading more of them. 1 second. Just give me 2. Yes. One more. Yeah. So there we go. We're back. We're back. Any more comments whilst I was just fixing something? Okay. Yeah. So then, all right. So let's move on to the next. Let's move on to the next topic. My next topic is we've got Jaron Ennis versus Imantius Stanionis. Boots Ennis versus Stanionis. This fight was a long time coming. Stanionis has been like messed around a lot last year. Do you know what I mean? He got messed around with all kinds of opponents last year. He was just getting messed around, and I felt bad for him. But I'm happy now that he's actually getting a fight. The last time Stanionis, hold on, I don't even remember the last time he actually fought. Even though he's a world champion, but he's definitely been getting messed around. The last time he fought, so look at that. He fought Radzab Butaev in on the 16th of April in 2022. Yeah, 16th of April 2022. He didn't fight for 13 months. Yeah, and he went in against Gabriel Maestre, a guy 6-0-1, and that was in. So he did, hold on. So he didn't. That was 2 years. Oh my good grief! Not 13 months. That's 12, 24, 25 months after the Butaev fight. He's got him with Gabriel Maestre on the 4th of May 2024. So he didn't box the whole of 2023. Not mess around for the whole of 2023. Got this fight against this 6-0-1 guy. Come on, and then on the undercard of Canelo and Jaime Munguia, and then he's not boxed since then, and he's boxing Jaron Ennis on the 12th of April, so he'll be out 11 months from that last fight against, so he's not really had a proper fight in like nearly 3 years. Do you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. That's crazy. Stanionis is 30 years old now. Obviously, Jaron Ennis, and this. Do you know what I like about this fight? This fight is going to the Broadwalk Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Now, I've always spoke about New Jersey. Atlantic City was Vegas before Vegas. That's where a lot of the big fights was before Vegas come into the picture. Obviously, before Madison Square Garden, the MSG, the Mecca of boxing. A lot of time it was on and popping there. Then it's moved to Atlantic City, at the Broadwalk Hall and other places like that. Atlantic City, had the casinos, the Ferris wheels, and all that kind of good stuff. Then obviously it moved over to Vegas. Then obviously Britain had a lot of good shows, but Vegas was still the main thing, and that's why I'm surprised even they're bringing the Garcia Haney stuff over to the East Coast to New York. The fact that none of them guys are from this side, and Rolly's not from this side either, so it's a bit strange. But hey, Ramirez is Mexican. They ain't really Mexicans on the East Coast. They're on the West Coast. Yeah, Rolly's from Vegas as well, but he's Cuban descent, which is you don't really find Cubans in Miami. F.A. Jagba's from the South, even though Nigeria, so that don't really matter. So yeah, strange one. But the point being, I'm glad that he's at the Broadwalk Hall. So it shows you, Eddie Hearn is proper moving him around that sort of that area. He's had him in the Wells Fargo in Philly. Now he's got him in the Atlantic City, Broadwalk Hall. The last big fight I remember that was where Floyd Mayweather stopped Arturo Gatti at the Broadwalk Hall in Atlantic City. Big fight. So that I'm really happy about that. Um, so that's a good fight. I'm looking forward to that. So David Benavidez versus Romero has a good undercard. Yep, but it's the first fight for PBC this year with the Amazon deal. And apart from that, what else have they got going? Let's keep it Triller. PBC. And talking about PBC, one second. Yeah, Gatti Ward. Yeah, Gatti was the man. He loved. That was his staple. You know what I mean? He loved a bit of that Atlantic City Broadwalk Hall. So I'm really happy about that. Hold on. So yeah, talking about PBC, Rick Glacier. Hold on a minute. Rick Glacier had something to say about that. Where is it? So he says. So shout out Rick Glacier. He says, presently there are a lot of boxing internet rumors floating around. Ever since I announced that PBC was going to be jetsoned by Amazon Prime in May, it's been floating around social media that Turki Al Sheikh is buying PBC. To the best of my knowledge, after conferring with several, that is simply not true. So he's probably breaking down the words to fit it all in, because this is on Twitter. Confirmed with several people that is simply not true. And to those I have spoken with, PBC is not getting dates on DAZN. PBC fighters are going to be on Turki Al Sheikh's events. Yes, they are they are going to be on other promoters' shows, like Keith Thurman traveling to Australia to fight Brock Jarvis. Rolly Romero is fighting Ryan Garcia in May in New York City on an event presented by Turki Al Sheikh. PBC fighters will be at best opponents on those events. That's all PBC fighters are these days. Overpriced B-sides, inactive opponents, and the PBC fighters will be cannon fodder for the whole world to see. Let's keep score and see how many PBC fighters actually win these fights. It'll be very few. But I'll do everyone a favor. I'll keep score for you. And please leave a comment letting us know how many rounds do you think Rolly Romero goes with Ryan Garcia. Enjoy. And then we had Sherry Abassi. He had a talk with a guy talking about, they're saying boxing Twitter, please. PBC is not dead at all. You've got David Benavidez versus Morrell. You've got Javonte Davis versus Lamont Roach. You've got Saul Alvarez, Canelo Alvarez. After some very questionable talk earlier this week on Premier Boxing Twitter, of PBC being up for sale with Turki Al Sheikh being linked to a potential purchase, with not one report from a reputable outlet or general credible source. We have seen both Jake and the Box and Ice Boxing, among others, come out to clear this mess up created by accounts who maybe don't like PBC. Check out the clip of my latest interview with Dan Canobio of Inside Boxing Live, presented by payperview.com and CompuBox. We also discussed Riyadh season's takeover since 2023, Fundora Spence fallout, the state of American boxing, Benavidez Morrell, Beterbiev, Bivol, full interview inside, blah, 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 blah. All right, so I'm going to play a little clip. Fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use, Sherry. You know it's all love. So this is just for context, because remember, I tagged Rick Glacier under your thing, so obviously I've got your post popping more, and obviously, helped him chime in and stuff like that. So one second, let me get this.
and they're talking about PBC and their sort of situation at the moment. Talking about PBC and their sort of situation at the moment. No one with any sort of credibility or any sort of reputation online has said this, but there's been some people saying it online could be complete, nonsense. Have you heard anything about PBC being sold, or is it complete rubbish?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything. I haven't seen any reputable reporters talk about it. Like, the Mike Coppingers, the Keith Idicks, the Jake Donovan's. I think Jake Donovan addressed it with a tweet in his funny way.
Yeah.
I've not heard that, which is, and I will add this: PBC is not a promotion. It's a management company. Like Al Heyman is a manager, not a promoter. So that's why his fighters are technically allowed to fight on any platform if he gives them that blessing. They use TGB Promotions, which is Tom Brown's company, as the official promoter. So I don't know exactly what you'd be selling if there were to sell. So that right there kind of makes me think that this is just a string of another, like, PBC. Maybe one guy who doesn't like PBC puts out a tweet. They're not doing as many shows. I mean, there is some truth to them slowing down a little bit. I mean, you just see it with your eyes. But they're not dead yet, and they're not dead at all. I mean, I'm going out to Vegas on next week, part of a PBC card. And still Tank Davis, as far as I know, is still Canelo Alvarez. So we'll see.
Absolutely, thank you. Yeah, like I said, I didn't see anyone with any sort of credibility say. I think it's just people clickbait and engagement farming and all that. But
so there you have it. So you heard it there. Shout out Sherry Bassi, my guy. And then from that, because I saw that, and then I've said, I've tagged Rick Glacier, and I've gone, thoughts on this, question mark. So I'm saying, what's your thoughts, please? Let me know your thoughts on that, by the way, people, in the comment section. If you're watching it live or if you're watching the playback, get involved, get in the comment section, leave a comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. So I'll say, what's your thoughts, Rick? Rick said, they are completely missing the point. Sherry Abassi has then replied and asked Rick Glacier, hi, Rick, would you mind expanding on that? Rick Glacier then replied, PBC only did, hold on, what's this? PBC only did 5 shows last year and is losing Amazon Prime after May. Wow. Their shows overall do poor numbers. Turki Al-Sheikh is using PBC fighters solely as opponents. Example, Rolly Romero fighting Ryan Garcia. Now Stanionis fighting Ennis, which, to be fair, I can see that, because if a man has only, his last real fight was 3 years ago, he didn't fight in the whole, he fought, Butaev for the title in 2022, didn't fight the whole 2023, fought a guy 6-0-1 last year, in May, and then he's fighting Boots Ennis 11 months later. Do you know what I mean? So come on. So now Stanionis is fighting Ennis. PBC. So now Imantis Stanionis is fighting Jaron Ennis. PBC are getting hoofed out like cattle, and PBC fighters never win when fighting non-PBC fighters. PBC won't be getting the zone dates. PBC has just as many issues as the Democrat Party. Oh, hold on. And then because he done another tweet, he done another one. He said, I did that despite you not being a follower. So I think he was replying to, would you mind expanding that? So he said, I have expanded despite you not being. So he's sort of, dog whistling, saying that Sherry, follow, like, show some love. So yeah, that's some deep stuff right there. What do you think of that, guys? That's some deep stuff. Rob Boxing says, you're getting some good names on, man. Fair play. Okay, so that's the main crux of it. So yeah, when you're looking at it, and do you know who's the first person I've got to give them the props? I've got to give them their flowers. Base the Kid. He was always screaming, PBC fighters always keep their fighters and keep their fights in-house, because he's saying anytime these men step outside the PBC bubble, they get mash up. He's saying a lot of them are frauds. He's saying you look at obviously my guy Errol Spence, you look at Charlo brothers, you look at, and he named a list, a host of fighters. And he was like, "Oh, I'm not sure." He goes, "I'm not sure about your boy Benavidez. You know, something about him. I'm not sure, but he does seem to want the smoke and want the fight. So he seems a bit different. But the jury is still out on him. This is for base. This is, you know, I'm paraphrasing for base. He thinks the jury's still out on Benavidez, um, and we're gonna see, because he's been in with some serious competition. Caleb Plant, you know, Demetrius Andrade. Now we've got David Morrell, who Maestro and October Red both think that David Morrell is going to beat David Benavidez. I think October Red has changed their mind now, going off of their last fights, and believes David Benavidez will win. Base the Kid, I don't remember what he said. No, he said he's not telling until obviously he does his basis picks. But it wouldn't surprise me if he. Actually, I think I remember him saying he thinks David Morrell will beat David Benavidez. You know, thinks he might stop him or something like that. But maybe he might have changed his mind. I don't know. But you'll have to check out. Make sure you subscribe to Base the Kid, the Hardcore Casual, to get his views and opinions on that. So yeah, anything? Wait, let me see if I got anything else. Daniel. Oh yeah, that's it. Last but not least, so Daniel Dubois and Joseph Parker had their gloves are off. I don't know if you saw the clip of it. I haven't watched the whole thing. I don't know if the whole thing's out. It was hosted by Ade Oladipo. Shout out to Ade. Great hosting. You know, the art of hosting these kind of things. You got to know when to speak, when not to speak, to say the right things to get the right engagement, especially if you've not got the most naturally engaging characters who are just going to start, you know, just talking smack and stuff like that. You know, these are two gentlemen, guys. Joseph Parker's a gentleman. Daniel Dubois, he knows the art of violence through his fist. He's not a man who's really on the talking thing. But you know, you had Frank Warren at the table, you had Andy Lee at the table, and yeah, Andy Lee was trying to get under Daniel Dubois' skin, saying, you know, you got dropped and knocked out by a jab in the Usyk fight. When things start getting tough in there, you're going to revert to type. Frank Warren tried to jump in, you know, say some stuff and try to back Daniel. He's like, look at the rebound, the bounce back. And then Daniel's like, yeah, look at the comeback and stuff like that. My last few fights, I've been knocking people out. And he's like, and then obviously he was like, Andy Lee, oh, you're gonna revert back to type when it gets tough. And he was like, yeah, maybe you revert back to type because I've seen your fights, Andy. I've seen your fights. Obviously, you've seen Andy Lee get tucked in a couple of times, even though Andy Lee has knocked out a couple man, you know, some highlight reel knockouts, but he was making a little dig like, I've seen your fights, Andy. Don't try, because don't act like you ain't been knocked out before, buddy. And he goes, yeah, you maybe revert back to type, and started laughing. So it was a good little back and forth banter. And it was good to see Daniel, you know, hold his own, and he didn't need Frank to jump in. He had it. Like, don't worry, I got it now. I know how to deal with these situations, you know. So he's a new man. I'm loving it. So yeah, man. So make sure you check that out when that comes out and is released in full. So yeah, that's it, man. Word on the canvas. I think that's about it for today. Make sure that you like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell. If you want to, join and become a member of Fight Fan TV Live, hit the membership. There's membership packages there. You want to drop the Cash App, the PayPal, the Snapchats, all that good stuff. But the main thing is hit that thumbs up, like button, and subscribe. And leave comments in the comment section for engagement. We need the algorithm popping. Also, the next episode of the Neutral Corner should be coming out next week. We have Lukeman, Prince Patel, and Tony Banjon. And also we'll be doing some, you know, more lives like this with news and stuff, probably either on a weekly basis or more regularly than I wasn't really doing before. But yeah, that's it, guys. It's Danny Glover from Fight Fan TV Live. And remember, guys, persistence beats resistance. You know where it is. Salute.